Hey guys, Zivean here. I'm going to be experimenting with some editing stuff and try to bring some interesting stories from Reddit for your enjoyment. Keep in mind none of these stories are my own, and I take no credit outside of editing and making the videos. Please enjoy. Original story by D&DStories. Tales from Adventurers League, Attack of the Entitled Planet. So I play a lot of D&D as a hobby, and I love to DM games on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I live in a small Midwestern town, so I rarely get people for private games. Luckily for me, the game shop in town hosts Adventurers League, which is an organized campaign group developed and ran by Wizards of the Coast, the company behind Dungeons & Dragons. Without any alternatives, I started DMing AL games at this game shop. I've been doing it for years and always have had fun. About a week ago, I wanted to start a new private group. Because I was bored with experienced players, I decided I wanted to get people who were new to the game. So I put up flyers around town saying I was looking for people who wanted to learn to play D&D. After the week of people applying and interviewing, I decided on 5 people to make up my party. The party consisted of a barbarian, a wizard, a paladin, a ranger, and a rogue. Most of them were in their late teens, early 20s, except for the rogue who was a kid around the age of 12. I set our first session for the next week. Considering this was their first ever time playing, I decided to do something special. When I texted each of them the date of the first session, I also asked them about their favorite color. When the day of the first session came, I went to the game shop early and bought each of my players a $4 set of 6 dice in their favorite color. When the players came in, they were happy and grateful. Except for Rogue. Rogue looked at his dice and got a disgusted look on his face. I noticed this but continued on with the session. But all throughout the session, he was very standoffish and was very unenthusiastic. This started to become a bit of a problem. So, when we came to a break, I pulled Rogue aside and asked him what was wrong. Rogue: I don't like my dice. Me: okay, what didn't you like about them? Rogue: they're ugly and I don't like the color. Now, to be fair, these dice were pale green with yellow accents to them. So I have to agree they were not the most attractive dice. Because I felt like I made a judgment error, I decided to rectify this situation. Me: okay, well, how about after this session we go over and pick out a set that you like? Rogue: really? Me: yeah, I don't want you to hate your dice. But, I'm going to need you to be engaging with the group. Rogue agreed and his mood changed considerably. We continued with the session with no problems. When the session came to a close, Rogue jumped out of his chair and ran straight to the dice. After I packed up my stuff and quickly chatted with some of the other players, I met up with Rogue. However, when I approached him, I noticed he had already picked out a set of dice. A $50 set of pewter, metal dice. Me: bro, I ain't buying you those. Rogue: but these are the ones I want. Me: I know, but those are $50. Rogue: but you said I can get whatever set I like. I like these. Me: dude, I was expecting you to pick a cheap set of dice. Those are just too expensive. I'm still willing to give you dice, just not ones that expensive. Rogue thought about it and got my point. He begrudgingly put down the metal dice and apologized to me. We then spent a good 10 minutes picking out a set of reasonably priced dice. He settled on a nice green and black set of $8 to 6 dice. Once that was settled, he thanked me and we left. Now, I hoped this was going to be the end of this story. Unfortunately, as I've stated in the past, God hates me and wants to prove it. So a week passes and I'm back at the game shop setting up for the next session. After I finished setting up, I noticed I had some time before my players showed up. So I decided to kill some time by talking with one of the employees. Suddenly, in the middle of our conversation, I felt a disturbance. A shift in gravity caused my body to feel like it was being pulled into something. The air smelled of fried chicken and sulfur. I knew in my heart that something wicked was coming. Entranced by curiosity's seductive power, I turned to look at what diabolical force was approaching. What my eyes saw was a short yet extremely obese woman wearing a muumuu and sporting a haircut that said, "I want to speak to your CEO." And she was glaring at me with the anger of 1,000 beholders. From behind her, I could make out Surprisingly, a familiar shape. It was Rogue. It suddenly dawned on me that this was his mother. RM, are you the guy who runs the Dungeons and Dragons game? Me, yes. She then rushed towards me with speed I didn't think was possible for her. Within seconds she was right in my face. RM, my boy told me you were being mean to him. Me, how so? RM, he told me you wouldn't get him the set of dice he wanted. Me, the dice he wanted were $50. I offered to buy him a set of dice that was under $10. RM, well he wanted those dice and you offered to buy them for him. So buy them. Me, I'm not buying him those dice. They are $50. RM, don't you dare try to Jew me. I know you get an employee discount. Suddenly, the employee that I was talking with chimed in. Employee, ma'am, I can assure you that this man doesn't work here. RM, don't you dare lie to me. I know he works here. Me, ma'am I don't work. Without warning, she slapped me across the face. This was no light slap, this was a Saitama level slap. Now, to his credit, Rogue tried to intervene by telling his mom to calm down and that it's no big deal. RM, I don't want any sass from you, boy. She then turned back to me. RM, now you get my son whatever he wants or else I will have you fired. Do I make myself clear? Me, look lady, I don't work here and I'm not buying those die. She then slapped me again. RM, how dare you raise your voice to me? I want to see your manager. Even though I was at my wit's end, I tried one last time to reason with her. Me, read my lips. I don't fucking work here. She then slapped me one last time. RM, don't you dare curse in front of my son. Now, I'm not usually a confrontational guy. I typically try to keep my calm as best as I can. But after she bitch slapped me a third time, something snapped in my mind which led me to say some very harsh things. Me, listen up you fucking crazy ham-planet cunt. I do not and have not fucking worked here. I do not get a fucking employee discount and I will not fucking buy your crotch goblin a set of $50 fucking dice. Furthermore, due to your shitty actions as a parent, your son is no longer accepted at any of my games. Now fuck off. RM looked visibly surprised and insulted. RM, I'm not leaving until I get those dice. Me, well it looks like you need to take your sausage fingers and stick them up your dried out snatch, find the $50 that you made last night working the street corner, and buy them yourself. Because that's the only way you're getting those dice. Now get the fuck out of my face before I slap 400 pounds off of your Ralphie May looking ass. At about this time, I snapped out of my temporary insanity. RM looked stunned as if no one had spoke to her like this. Rogue's mouth was agape in disbelief, and the employee was a mixture of horrified and trying to hold back laughter. I braced myself for whatever retaliation she was about to unleash on me. Surprisingly, she grabbed her son and walked out of the game store. As soon as she did, the employee burst out laughing. Once my players arrived, I explained what ended up happening as well as why Rogue was not going to be playing with us anymore. They all had a good laugh. About an hour into our session, the store manager pulled me aside to ask why he received a call from a woman claiming that one of the employees was insulting her. I told him what happened and how she hit me multiple times causing me to snap. After confirming on the security cameras, he told me that although I was justified in defending myself he couldn't allow me to insult his customers. He told me that he was banning me for a month. I accepted and informed my players that we had to move venues. We're playing our 5th session tonight at my place and I got a new guy to replace Rogue. So what do you guys think? Did Op go too far? Was he justified? I personally wouldn't have handled the situation well and probably would have gotten physical. Leave your responses in the comments. Like and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell to get notified for future content, and hope to see you guys in the next video.